Hey buddy, John D. Villarreal here, and today I'm going to do a comparison between two different drives, the Samsung 970 Evo and the Seagate Firecuda 530. Now, in some ways, it's not really a fair comparison here because we've got a Generation 3 drive and we have a Generation 4 drive. But I think it kind of highlights some of the stuff that's out there because I think in some ways this also serves as a larger discussion here. And first of all, I have to say that I paid with both these drives. I paid for both these drives with my own money. These are my own true, honest opinions, and this video is not sponsored by anybody. Okay, so here's the thing. I had this drive for over 4 years, and it was great. At the time, it was cutting edge. Samsung, great name. This is a Generation 3 drive. It's 2 terabytes. Both of them are the same size, 2 terabyte here, 2 terabyte here. Unfortunately, this drive has recently failed on me, but I've had it for over 4 years, and I'm a heavy-duty content creator. So I use, I'm constantly doing videos in 4K and I'm working with files of, 5, 10, sometimes even 30 gigabytes. All right, so, I'm doing a lot of work on them. This one here, I think max speed, and I think it's a Gen 3 type of thing, is I think it's around, I want to say around 3,500 megabytes a second. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around there, roughly, not exactly, but roughly. This one here is rated for 7,300 megabytes a second, but again, you have to have a Gen 4 motherboard. Here I have a Gen 3 motherboard, but it is backwards compatible. But where I really think that this stands out versus the Samsung, and I think Samsung for so long was and still is a leader, but I do think that other companies are very competitive now. But what I love about the Seagate Firecuda here is a number of things. One is it has a heat sink on it. That's pretty cool. That helps because you definitely want to keep your equipment cool there. And cooling is important. And we know like if you use there's cooling fans, there's liquid cooling all time. They have liquid cooling now on some of the graphic cards, so that's pretty important. The other thing that I think is really important is just the endurance rating of longevity and stuff like that, right? So this one, very much similar to for things in this size, will have a rating of 1,200 terabytes written, right? That's kind of what its endurance rating is. And this one though, is so much beyond that. I think it's over 2,500. I think it's like 2,550. It's just for 2 terabytes. That's phenomenal. That's like so much, right? And beyond that, I think for a lot of this, I'm not sure of exactly this one, but a lot of the drives out there, SSDs, you can use like 30% of the drive, read write on it per day. I think that's right. So in this case, that would be like 600 gigabytes. This one's 70%. So you could use like 1.4 terabytes. You can read write they say that you can read write 1.4 terabytes per day on a 2 terabyte drive every day for 5 years and still be within warranty. That's really powerful in my opinion. It also has this like rescue plan, this other warranty with it. If the drive fails, I think within 3 years, then they will do data recovery for you. And again, I'm not making any claims, not casting any aspersions. Everything you do is at your own risk. Please do your own due diligence. This is my own personal opinion, paraphrase from what I understand. Now, that's huge. The data recovery package, the extra endurance of lasting twice as long or more potentially in terms of data written to it as other drives out there, and being able to utilize this like over twice as much as most of the other drives out there, 70% versus 30%, 2550 versus 1200. Those are huge factors. Having a heat sink, that's just huge factors. I'm just so much more confident with this drive than this drive, quite frankly. They're both great companies, they're both great names, but this is a huge factor. And I think it's an overlooked factor in the marketplace. People start talking about, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, I get it. They talk about speeds. But at the end of the day, for me, you want to make sure you've got a reliable drive. You want to make sure you have a drive. Let's say you're a pro gamer. Now, let's just talking about PS5 here and how it works with PS5. Or you're a content creator, and a lot of people are out there. You want to make sure, or whatever. Bottom line is, for me, the most important thing in a drive is to have reliability. You don't want to lose any critical work. You don't want to lose photos and videos, anything like that. So for me, I choose the Seagate Firecuda 530 over the 970 Evo, or really, I could have bought a lot of drives out there, and I ended up choosing this. I think that this right here is probably one of the best, if not the best solutions in the SSD space right now for this size and for a Gen 3, Gen 4 type of solution. Anyway, that's my opinion. I would say I would give this one right now. I mean, now this is, you know, there's obviously new stuff here. They've got the Evo Plus series, they've got the Pro series of Samsung. But if this specific drive right here, I would give this an 8 out of 10 right now. Still a good drive, still solid, did really well with it for many, many years, over 4 years, absolutely. But this drive, the Firecuda 530, this is the winner for me in this comparison. I would give this like a 9.7, 9.8 out of 10 when you look at all the factors. The speed, the Gen 4, the heat sink, the data recovery, and mostly the endurance and reliability and the usability of it per day. I think it's a great drive. So far so good. Hey, that's my opinion. I'm John DiValero. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.